How about you? How about you do the intro?
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Joel, and this is Middle Aged and Mediocre. It's a podcast with my buddy Cash.
I'm Cash.
That's Cash, and this is episode number 30.
This is episode 30.
Dirty 30.
Thought it was a special landmark episode. Let you do the intro.
Yeah, and I was ready for that.
You were ready. You did get a look on your face of pure shock, but I think you were ready.
I think they call that deer in the headlights.
Yep, you nailed it. Your eyes bugged out like a cartoon character.
I was like, me talk first?
This is middle-aged and mediocre, though. This is episode 30. This podcast is mostly Joel shows up. I have a story or something that he does not know what we're going to be talking about. And then we jump into it. So
head first.
Head first.
I show up and you blow my mind.
That's right. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Usually we're talking about murder and things like that. This one, we're not going to talk about a specific story, as more of just a general or a topic.
We're going to generalize.
So we'll get into. There's a specific topic. We'll get into it here in a minute.
Cool.
So, we are coming off of episode 29. If you haven't listened to that, go back and check it out.
Let me see if I can remember what episode 29 was about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the lead masks.
The lead mask?
Okay, yeah.
The lead mask.
When I started talking there, I didn't remember, but it came back to me quick.
So, we go back and check that one out.
That was a good one. We were supposed to record Sunday, but now I hear it is Wednesday we're recording.
Right. Well, Sunday, you came over. We went to a flea market.
Yeah.
Before we went, we indulged in a substance. So
and then I smoked a blunt.
And by the time we got back from flea marketing, it had hit me 100%, and I was too sleepy to do anything. So you sabotaged the podcast Sunday.
Yep. I think too. Maybe you just had a little bit too much Joel. The drive there, the walking around.
Maybe that's what wore me out.
All the dad jokes.
So what had nothing to do with that? It was just you wore me down.
Yep.
You're like,
I can't do this for another hour.
If you watch What We Do in the Shadows, you're an energy vampire.
Oh, man, that feels about right.
No, it was a good time. We went to, where the hell did we go?
Peddler's Junction. Belfry, Ohio.
Yeah.
Put our masks on and walked around.
We stoned anyone that didn't have a mask on, as we are to do now.
With our eyes.
As a society.
Well, that's one of the things I wrote about. We were talking about that, how I was like, should we be mean to people like that? Or, they assholes, do you say something? And then you were just like, no, just don't. Or no, that's what you said. Because I was like, the guys are assholes, and you're like, well, I just know not to be nice to those people.
Yeah, I have...
No courteous. No.
That's right. I've determined that I just do not need to show those people any courtesy.
Just fuck you.
I typically go out of my way to, be polite and well-mannered in public. I, hold doors.
Sure.
I move out of the way, whatever. And I found
You're
myself,
conscious of what's around you, your space.
And I don't ever want to, crowd people or whatever. And I found the other day when I was in Walmart, because I had to buy groceries, and I just... If I saw somebody without a mask, I was like, you know what? You can fucking live or die. I don't care what happens.
Just
and
plow them over.
I wouldn't get out of their way. I would walk, just brush into, push kind of through them. Yeah.
Because it's not the hardest thing in the world. I mean, it's not fun wearing a mask. I mean, by the time we were done walking out that flea market, I was ready to take it off, but we did it.
Yeah, I don't love it.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I just...
there's times I forget I was wearing it. I'll get in the car sometimes and... drive off, and it's like a good minute and a half later. I'm like, oh shit, I'm still wearing my mask.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Oh,
Usually as soon as I exit a building,
But I just see your tongue just poking out. You have to keep getting masks.
That's what I'm hoping.
You need your hands just
I like to spray the inside of it. With some sort of flavoring. Then I just sit and lick it the whole time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I went in before work Monday. I was in a rush. And I hadn't gone anywhere all weekend. I just kind of fell out of routine. But I ran into Family Dollar, got my energy drinks, joked with the girl, and left. As soon as I left, I was like, fuck, I didn't wear my mask in there.
Great, Joel.
I still feel bad about it. I wanted to go back and apologize. I was like, well, I shouldn't go back.
Yeah, you should. You've killed her. So she's dead.
Oh, she had a mask on and they had the little glass screen.
You gotta have both masks
in front of her. I know.
You left the area contaminated.
I felt so bad.
I hope you do.
I did.
Yeah, I just love the, if you go the conspiracy route, I just love, they think that somehow the United States contacted a bunch of other governments.
Yeah.
And everybody agreed this is how we were going to enslave everybody.
Put masks on them.
And I feel like if you're somebody that can become a slave after wearing a mask, if you're like, I'm just going to let the government do whatever I want from here on out,
yeah,
you deserve to be the government's puppet.
Yeah, like I'll wear a mask, but I'm not going to go get microchipped. Like if that's like the next
as soon as
step.
I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll just stay home or go live in the woods or a forest.
Yeah.
I've seen so much different. I was out at Go-Mart and someone walked in just holding their hands up over their mouth.
I've seen that.
That was their mask.
Yeah.
So then anything they touch after taking their hands away from their mouth is going to be covered in whatever the fuck. Like or the shirt, pull the shirt up, you know?
Really good.
Or just the don't give a fuck, and you can see it in their eyes. Like they're just waiting for somebody to say something.
I'm interested when I see a couple where one person has the mask and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
That interests me because that means those two have not been getting along for a little while now.
They should be on the same page about masks.
I just feel like it's very weird when, like, so if you believe in it, then you're with somebody that doesn't.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be a constant conversation.
They probably just don't talk. They just be fucking.
Not.
They just be fucking.
Probably not even that.
I'm finally getting used to. We were talking about this too. Like I don't have to give people like the stupid smile. Like I feel like when someone looks at me, like I need to be like less threatening or something. So I'm like, hi, and like I'll just like do this stupid smile. Sometimes like I'll walk away and I'll forget to not smile. Like so then I'm just walking around like a lunatic with a smile, but now I have a mask on, and I don't have to.
Well,
but I still do. Underneath my mask, I see myself just like smiling, and I'm like, you idiot! They don't know that you're smiling.
A good rule of thumb, is that if you feel like you need to smile so you don't come off as like a threat or whatever, smiling does the opposite.
I don't know what else to do. Do I flex? Do I like?
Yeah, you flex.
Do I take a knee?
You flex and you nod at him.
Do I pirouette?
Do I move on?
Okay.
Yeah, I think the smile usually just adds to they are a creep.
Yeah. So now since people can't see me smile, I just like blink rapidly at them.
And they seem to get that.
Yeah. And then they leave.
Probably not weird at all.
No. Big guy coming at you blinking rapidly.
So yeah, you Pillars Junction had some things.
Yeah.
Some stuff. You
what'd I get?
A bunch of things. You got stickers.
Yeah, I got 2 Dwight stickers from The Office. Yep. A Ohio Player record. Don't like it. It's a cool cover, honey. Chick's all naked with honey.
Oh yeah, you
open it up and she's like full body naked.
You bought porn at the
with honey. Yeah,
is what you bought.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I bought this book. And the guy was like, "We have that," and I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'll sell you that one for $3."
I just left it laying in there. I think somebody that worked there brought it in and forgot it.
No, it was in a booth. I saw it. But I gave him a good old dad joke. I thought about you the other day. I was at line at McDonald's, and I went to order 2 McChickens. They didn't have any, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "How long is that gonna take?" Because they're like, "We're waiting on the truck, sir." And I was like, "Well, how long will that be?"
So you were just gonna hang out,
like just fucking with the guy, I was like, "I'll take 2 hamburgers, double hamburgers, whatever." And I get up to the line, and I was like, "Hey, you guys got the McChickens yet?"
I bet he loved you. That's what those guys want to deal with right now.
Yeah, he actually did. He's like, "Hey man, cool tattoos," which made me feel bad because I don't have cool tattoos. But to this kid, his RJ had like the homemade kind of tattoos, So it's like, all right, compared to those, I guess I do have.
Wait, was this the Traffic Circle one?
No, this is the one around 7th Street.
Because the Traffic Circle, there was a dude that I used to always get stuck in conversation with about my tattoos.
Yeah,
and he had really bad
That's the worst conversation.
That's terrible. Anytime you're stuck in a drive-thru next to the window, especially the way most drive-thrus are now, there's a window you pull up to pay, and then there's a window. And if you get stuck with that person that at the first window where you pay, they don't have anything to do till the next car gets there.
They're just looking down on you.
So they just stand there. It just happened the other day. Some girl, she looked like she was 16.
Yeah.
And she just starts talking to me. I'm like, I, first of all, don't know what to talk to you about.
What language are we going to use here?
But then second, she was just she literally said, crazy what this weather's been like.
You just ran the car in front of you, push him out of the way.
I don't know if you're trying to talk on my level. If you see me and think, well, old man better bring up the...
She goes home. She's like, I talked to this old guy about the weather. I really connected with him.
I mean, I talked about
it. But the weather has been crazy.
I was like, you're right. You're right.
You're young, but you're right.
No, then
you have an old soul, don't you?
She was talking about how, like, it's hard for her to breathe in there because it's so hot. And I was just like, I feel terrible. I am so sorry I'm even here.
Here's $100.
Here's all of my money.
Oh, my
You can live with me now. Like, nothing weird.
Yeah. I'll sleep outside.
Yeah. What did I get at the flea market? I got season 6 of Dharma and Greg on VHS.
Yeah.
I got a Garfield mug about Mondays.
Tetanus.
I did pick up a rare strain of tetanus. Yeah, I didn't get anything. I'm not much of a shopper.
It was more of a trip. We just went out.
Yeah,
little bro cruise.
You stole a record from me.
Yeah.
At the next flea market we went to.
I mean, it was just pure luck that you saw it first.
You pushed me and took it from me.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it was.
I haven't listened to it.
What record was it that caused this?
Chipmunk Punk.
That's right. The Chipmunks Punk album.
I don't have any Chipmunk in my collection.
Oh, they do.
I told you it was yours, and you said I could buy it.
Yeah, I said that because you were punching me.
I said, say it! Say it!
What was the song that's on there from Tom Petty?
I don't even remember. I think...
Refugees or...
Yeah.
Like,
that's a real punk song.
Right.
It had, like, My Sharona.
My Sharona was one of them. There really wasn't a lot.
I went back and looked at it. It's in really good shape, the vinyl.
Did it? Like,
because no one plays that shit.
Yeah,
I just wanted a Chipmunk for my collection, and you saw it, and I took it.
You took it right out of my hands. I
Right
cried for a little bit. That's why I really didn't want to do the podcast. I was so emotionally...
You still obviously haven't forgot about it.
Obviously thinking about it.
You've been texting about it nonstop.
Now, this was much better than our last trip to a flea market when we went to Rink.
Yeah.
Which is basically a Trump dumpster fire.
Yeah.
A Trumpster fire, if you will.
Trump dumpster.
Trump dumpster.
Trumpster.
Yeah, it's a terrible place. But
like, if you're like, man, where can I get a giant flag of Trump, like Rambo shooting guns?
Yeah.
Rinks.
Or I'm sure now one of those. Have you seen the fucking dumbass half America, half Confederate flags?
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Like, those people should be arrested.
You can get those at Rinks.
Let's arrest those people. Let's throw them in the ocean.
Just, I'd say throw them all in a pen and let one of them come out alive and then kill him.
And then put Ellen. We put Ellen in there for the
final. Ellen, yeah. She's mean.
And then Ryan Reynolds goes in there because he has to pay for his sins.
He had
getting married on a plantation 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That, you probably don't even think about.
No. I mean, I wouldn't think so.
I'm sure we've all been on plantation ground and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Should we all be?
I used to live down south.
So anyways.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest controversy right now.
It's just anything.
But yeah, you almost got in a fight when we went to Rinks.
I did? Oh, yeah.
Which is, you're one of the most passive, non-confrontational people I know.
I am.
And I wasn't exactly privy to this, but, like, I heard some of it. Because I was off kind of, like, looking through records.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, you tried to cheat a guy out of money.
Now, the Michael Jordan poster.
Yeah, you tried to,
Yeah, because I was looking at, he had Wheatie boxes, and I was looking at those, and then I found these, like, Michael Jordan posters, like, buried underneath a bunch of stuff. And I was like, doing that thing. He went over to talk to his little buddy at the booth next to his. So I was like doing that head thing where I'm like trying to get his attention to let him know that like I wanted to talk to him. This conversation wasn't over about these Wheatie boxes. And his wife's like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I need to talk to your husband. I was like, I'm going to, see if I buy these Wheatie boxes, if he'll throw in this Michael Jordan poster. She said, yeah. I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right. I mean, shit, she's, I'm not...
She's behind the register.
Yeah.
She has authority.
So I started doing, like, as soon as we get to the register, he turns around and sees me and sees that I have the poster and comes, like, rushing up, like, no, you're not going to do it. And I was like, what? He's like, you're not going to get one over... I can't remember exactly what, but it was, like, very...
It was going to be $10.
Or more, or something like
whatever you were paying for the two Wheaties boxes.
Yeah, plus you wanted like 20 or some outrageous number.
She just said like the two Wheaties boxes and the thing and the Michael Jordan poster.
Yeah.
For the original price. Of
Yeah.
2 Wheaties. And then that's when he came over because in his mind,
And that's not. I mean,
you
that's
went up there and tried to swindle her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and he didn't even ask or anything. So, but like the shitty part is, like, I have those Woody boxes. Like, I already given the lady the money. Like, I felt bad for her. I didn't want to be like, give me back my money.
Right. You
Like-
like shit on him, take him back.
But I told him I got pretty heated with him.
You were mad about it.
And then he
the
tried.
rest of the day.
I was. I got a little mad now, but like, yeah, I definitely stood up for myself, and he tried to play it off, and I was
As we were
like,
driving away, like we're 10 minutes down the road, and I'm talking about something, and I realized you were just in a blind rage.
not even listening.
You were listening,
just
to anything.
playing it over and over
I
again in
think
my
your response
mind.
was, can you believe what that guy said?
You were really opening yourself up to me.
I was.
I still don't even know what you said.
It was a real Seinfeld episode.
And then I've been back since, and I avoid that guy's corner, and I give him the stink eye.
Yeah, it's.
I'll teach him.
It's a terrible place.
He's got his record prices are too high.
Yeah, and then,
He's just-
everybody, all the flea markets have the exact same records.
Yeah.
They're all just too expensive.
And like as soon as like I don't see the rinks is different too because like Peddler's Junction, there's not people there at each booth. Like the booths are just set up. You go look, you take it up to a main counter, you buy it that way, and you leave. But like at rings, each little booth is manned by like somebody's grandpa.
And as you're walking towards them,
Yeah.
you do not want to lock eyes.
Nope, it's like the people in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the same people that
It's
have
just
those
a
little
whole-
kiosks.
It's just a whole
Carney.
people in the middle of the mall store.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
and it's if you touch something or look at it, they're like, hey, big guy, you like that?
Yeah, you're
They always
halfway
comment
to
on my
purchase.
size.
Right. Well, they
Big man?
They have to. They just have to.
Fatty?
How else are they going to come here, Porky?
You like that, fatty? Fatty what?
And you
Yeah.
always buy.
Yep. You call me fatty and I'll do whatever you want.
There you go, ladies. Remember that.
Dear fatty.
Yeah. So I. What else is going on?
That's all I had written down.
Anything else?
Yeah. Oh. The revolution.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing now. It's all
That hurt my brain so much, like the first time I read it, because I was trying to figure out what word it was.
yeah. We saw
It was on a Jeep. You
some
guessed
cool guy in
right.
a Jeep with a sticker on the back that says Revolution. So like REBEL. Hold on. OTIUN. I don't know.
It's like revolution,
You know what the word is.
only with rebel.
Apparently, I need to join it because I too am a moron.
And I said maybe it's something good, like there's some like redneck hick who like has a change of heart. Is like, maybe we are all equal. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
think
Donald Trump isn't the best, and he had a real revolution.
Yeah, I think you're taking Rebel in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the opposite of maybe we're all the same. And I think it's more so of we should really go back to all not being the same.
Yeah. South is still gonna rise.
Right. So it's going to be a revolution. That was a terrible sticker.
Yeah, it was.
If you're listening to the podcast and you're that person,
Drive off the road
Drive
in
off
your
the road.
Jeep.
Yeah, this week, like I said, is going to be a little bit different. Not really so. So I'm going to start out talking about this with a story.
Okay.
But this is a personal story.
Oh.
And it's going to be weird. It gets weird in some places, so hang tight. But you ready to go ahead and start the episode?
I'm ready.
All right.
Personal.
A little bit personal. So this is
About me?
about no.
About you?
About me.
Oh, I'm not interested at all.
Right.
So that guy at the flea market, man. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, I know, man. It's just
No.
you tried to negotiate a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I went hard.
All right.
But yeah, let's talk about you.
Okay, so I woke up once and lying in the middle of the floor of an unfamiliar room. There was a fire crackling. This is all stuff I can remember. There was a fire crackling in the fireplace off somewhere to my right. There was like old furniture was filling the room. Chairs, a couch. They all had like these really big, oversized cushions on them.
Yeah.
Like way too big. And I was on my back, lying on like a throw rug that had these like turquoise and emerald color lines zigzagging through it. Like I remember all of this. And the only light in the room was coming from the fire that was burning behind me somewhere, and then like the moonlight pouring into the windows. So the fire was like throwing shadows up on the wall in front of me. I remember that. But then everything I could see though was only in my periphery. Because all of a sudden I realized I wasn't able to move my head at all. I didn't know why I couldn't move my head though. It was weird, and it was just like held in place, and my neck wasn't working. And I really didn't have too much time to think about it though, because all of a sudden the room was no longer silent because I could hear my ex-girlfriend's voice. But not really her voice, because she really wasn't saying words. She was crying though, and she sounded like terrified. So I pushed myself up off the floor and like ran in her direction. Only I did in my mind, but in actuality I hadn't moved. My neck was the only thing I couldn't move. My entire body wasn't able to move. So I was just laying there. I needed to move because I knew something was happening to my ex, but I had to help her, but I couldn't move. So I'm just laying on the floor, completely motionless, but I'm trying. I tried yelling out for her, but just like my legs and everything else, other than my eyes, nothing was working. So I started screaming out for help, but no sound came out. I stopped and just started focusing, just trying to say her name, just to let her know I was there. And all my energy started going towards that. But all I could do was like whimper, like just like a little almost silent squeak. So I just needed to move my fingers, my toes. I figured if I could just get something to twitch, it would jumpstart everything. And I started to feel like tears were like welling up in my eyes because I couldn't do anything. And then I saw something like move over to my left. And again, this is out of my periphery, but I could just see something move. I think it was like the couch had maybe moved is what I first thought. And then there was more movement, and I realized that the couch wasn't moving, but there was something or someone moving in front of the couch. And it wasn't a person, it was more like the shape of a person, but like a shadow. And like the whole outline of it was like, had like a faint pulsing glow to it. I tried to push myself up to get away from it, but again, I couldn't move. No matter what I did, no matter how hard in my mind I was thinking move, I just couldn't. And I was starting to go a little bit fucking crazy. And then it started lowering itself down to me. It started lowering its face. And the closer it got, the more distinct its eyes became. They were just round holes that were slightly less darker than the rest of whatever this thing was. And I couldn't do anything else, so I just stared back at it as hard as I could. Trying to show how afraid I was, I just returned its gaze with as much fuck you-ness as I possibly could. And then its arms and hands moved. And then it stepped over my chest. 1 foot on each side of my body. And then its head didn't move, just its body, though. Like, its head stayed in place where it was off to my left. And then finally, after staring at it for a while, its head started to move. I kept my eyes locked with it, and its face was right above mine. And I still couldn't fucking move. And then it grew this white mouth, and I finally kicked my leg, and I woke up. So we're going to talk tonight
Jesus Christ.
About sleep paralysis.
Okay.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
What is it?
What I just described.
Just like crazy, vivid dreams?
So sleep paralysis, I've had these experiences since I was probably 13.
Yeah.
Where I just can't move. There's always, I need to get to something. I'm awake for the whole thing.
Yeah. But
my body won't react, and I'm just stuck. And then sometimes it feels like, we'll get into it.
Maybe not that extreme, but I mean, I've had pretty crazy dreams where, like, you know, you can't move, you feel like you're slow motion or whatever. But
so with sleep paralysis,
I thought that thing was gonna fuck you.
So it feels like you're in whatever, where you're at is kind of where you wake up.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, all your actual surroundings, like, your brain starts, like, projecting images over top of what's actually around you, it seems like. And then you just start seeing things. But you can't move anything. So according to Wikipedia, sleep paralysis is a state during waking up or falling asleep in which a person is aware but unable to move or speak. During an episode, one may hallucinate, which often results in fear. Episodes generally last less than a couple minutes, and it may occur as a single episode just once in your life, or it might just be a recurrent thing.
Huh.
So this has been reoccurring.
I mean, when you're that was really vivid the way you wrote about it. That was really good, by the way.
Yeah, that was one of the last ones I remember.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of that sounds familiar. I mean, feels familiar.
Yeah, maybe you've had it in the past.
Yeah, I've when I've had some really bad fevers and stuff. I've had nights of just crazy dreams.
Fever dreams are awesome.
Yeah,
I wish I could induce fever dreams without the fever.
You just wake up and just worn out, just from your dream.
It feels like
Yeah, I mean, I dream now, like, I'll wake up and, like, my legs hurt just because I'm so tense in my dreams. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't have good dreams.
Grind your teeth?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's what I was told. I haven't slept with anyone else there to hear it for a while, but, yeah. I mean, my daughter does, and she has to sleep with a mouth guard. I mean, it's just that part runs in my family, that thing. But, yeah, I just...
The old tight jaw.
Really bad dreams, yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of weird sleep things. Like I've woken up more than once, like standing up in bed, like punching my walls.
Wow.
Or like punching like a table next to my the desk next to my bed or whatever. Yeah. I had a out of body experience a long time ago. I remember there was this girl that I'd been like. This was back early 20s. Like, I was completely in love with this girl. And, like, we were all hanging out together, drank, and me and her ended up falling asleep in the same bed together. And I remember, still to this day, I'm reliving it.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, well, I mean, I did. I felt like I got out of bed, walked outside, and sat on the hood of my car, and just, like, chilled out, looked up at the stars, and just hung out for a while. Then I remember walking back in, looking down at her sleeping, and then getting back in bed with her, and then, I somehow know that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I walked back in and looked at her, I could see me still laying there, and that was like, and I still remember, like, that feeling of just like, how fucking weird is this? And
yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of weird sleep things. So with sleep paralysis, I figured out that I at some point in my life I got so used to it that I now just kind of exist in it, and I kind of just like chill, and just wait for it to pass.
Yeah, like it's not such a panic or like a.
It's like my brain at least knows what it is now.
Yeah. Like, this again.
Yeah. So the condition may occur in those who are otherwise healthy or those with narcolepsy, or it may run in families as a result of specific genetic changes. The condition can be triggered by sleep deprivation, which I used to have before I got on Ambien.
Yeah.
I never slept, so I'd go 5, 6, 7 days without sleep, and then crash.
I mean, I say that, but that's like me. I'm up till 1 and get up at 7.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but that's for me. Like, I used to like sleep until 11 o'clock. Like when I was like late teenager, early 20s and stuff. I mean, I've had a job where I have to be up. Every morning pretty early. That probably has changed it, but...
You're usually up way later than I am.
Yeah, I'm up pretty late. I don't say... I'll be super tired right after work, but just the later it gets, I just kind of... I don't know if it's because I'm playing video games, watching TV, or what it is, but...
Well, I think I spent 30 years not sleeping, so now my body's like, we need all of the sleep.
Figured it out. You unlocked it a little bit.
In the second half of your life, we need all of the sleep.
Middle-aged, mediocre, and well-rested.
Still sleepy, though. Yeah. Always sleepy.
Wake up tired.
So, yeah, it can be triggered by sleep deprivation, psychological stress, or abnormal sleep cycles. The underlying mechanism is believed to involve dysfunction of REM sleep. Diagnosis is based on a person's description of it. So, treatment options for sleep paralysis have not really been studied. Basically, it's just recommended to people that they try to get better sleep.
Yeah.
They remind you that it's common and not, it's not
Don't
happening.
freak out, man. Cause that'll get you. The more you start worrying about how you're not sleeping, that's not gonna help you go to sleep.
Right.
I've never been like, oh shit, it's 2 o'clock and I gotta get up at. I really need to go to sleep. Like, is there? Do you wake up to your alarm every morning, or do you wake up before? I usually wake up before, and then like I can usually tell what time it is, but I'll check it Like this morning, like I woke up probably an hour and a half before my alarm, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I just laid in bed and just tossed and turned. And
If I then, like, when I'm going to bed, if I think really hard about, like, a specific time I need to be up,
yeah,
like, I don't know if you've ever done this, like, if I, like, really, like, tell myself, like, gotta be up this time,
yeah,
gotta be up at this, gotta be up, like, I will
I
wake
do that
up,
for naps.
I wake up at that time,
Yeah,
almost every single time.
yeah.
But then, like, if I don't do that, I'm out, unless there's an alarm clock going off.
I'll snooze a couple times, and
I can't snooze, or if I snooze, I'm done. I'm done for.
my ex got me into snoozing.
I'll hit
She
it
would
every time.
snooze. She would snooze like 6-7 times. Like, why don't you just set your alarm? So I tried to be that bad. Like, I never snooze more than twice.
Yeah.
But
I'll do it like once or twice.
just set the snooze as soon as you go to bed.
Never...
I also wake up every 10 minutes. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
All right, so think about what would happen if, while you were dreaming, your body was physically participating in whatever you were imagining was happening. Some people that actually does happen to. It's called sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Sleep paralysis is sort of the opposite of that. With sleepwalking, the brain forgot to turn off the body, basically. And with sleep paralysis, your brain sends out the reminder to your body to chill out for the night, but then it forgets what it's supposed to be doing when you're in a deep sleep. So your slow heartbeat feels wrong to your brain, since your brain forgets that it did that and it still thinks it's going.
Sounds like a bad trip.
And it registers as a heavy pressure on your chest or back, depending on the position you're sleeping in. Which we'll get to the pressure on your chest is a common thing.
Yeah.
The brain then starts trying to cope with whatever this situation is, and it sort of starts to hallucinate to try and explain to you why you feel the way you do.
Yeah.
Or maybe to itself, it's just like throwing up any image it could think of that could possibly be causing this. When that's not working, your brain decides to kick things up a few more notches, and it starts to let demons and other weird beings kind of out to play a little bit. The coping mechanism for everyone is different, but commonly our brains communicate that someone must be on top of our bodies smothering us. It's the only way that this can be explained. This coping mechanism is different for everyone, but commonly our brains communicated someone must be on top of us, smothering us. After interviewing 752 people who suffered from at least one sleep paralysis attack in their life, researchers were able to extract three distinct categories of events. There's an intruder. Dread and panic are often associated with this intruder effect. They can range from a brother screaming at you down the hall to a full-blown alien abduction. And that's what a lot of people kind of think alien abductions might be.
Just really
from.
vivid dreams.
Another category is an incubus. So it's the... I don't know if you know what... Do you know what an incubus is?
It's a band from Southern California. It came out about 1995, 96.
85?
95, 96.
I was
yeah.
like, wait, what?
What?
Brandon Boyd is timeless.
Brandon Boyd's the lead singer.
Yeah. No, an incubus,
Uh-huh.
in this case, is... And I don't know if this is where they got the name. I don't know if it's...
Maybe.
It's the opposite of a succubus. You know what a succubus is?
I better not say.
Okay.
I don't want to sound super smart, so I'll just let you explain to the listener who probably doesn't know.
So a succubus is basically like a female sex demon.
Sex demon, yeah.
Sex-starved
Yeah,
demon.
that's what I was going to say.
And an incubus is the male version of that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a succub. I'm an incubus looking for a succulus.
Right. Yeah, sure. Bust. Succubus.
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 Wherever you want, buddy.
This can manifest in a creature sitting on your chest and smothering you.
What? Okay, just keep pulling.
So, and then unusual body experiences are another category. So, it's characterized by floating or like flying sensations and out of body feelings.
Yeah. I have that thing where it feels like you're falling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you kind of wake up, you're like, oh my god.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of astral projection?
Nope.
So people think, and this is like kind of like out of body experience. People, there's people out there who leave their bodies. Have you ever seen the movie? What the fuck's that? Horror Insidious. the horror movie?
I might have.
So the little boy in it leaves his body.
Uh-huh.
Like he's hurt or something like that, or I don't know he's sick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, he goes to like a different realm. And his dad has to go. So that's what astral projection is. Like,
Okay.
people say that they can like leave their bodies and go to other go to other places.
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
that's some crazy shit.
you can go online and find like instructions on how to like induce that.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can like train yourself to do
I have
it.
trouble like normally sleeping. Like I can't.
Now you're doing magic tricks.
Yeah.
Between,
places.
Between 8% and 50% of people, that's a big jump.
That's a pretty big window.
Let's just say
there's some people.
They experience sleep paralysis at some point in their life. About 5% of people have regular episodes. Male and females are affected equally. So there you go, ladies. Quality in sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis has been ascribed throughout history, actually. It's believed to have played a role in the creation of stories of alien abduction and other paranormal events. It's definitely not a new concept. And in its most basic form, your brain wakes up before your body does, and your brain's left to cope with whatever the hell's happening.
Yeah.
And since we've been dreaming, we've been confronting the things that go bump in the night, basically, and we've been documenting those experiences in art, writing, and medical texts. Even as far back as 400 BC, the Chinese were writing about the strange experiences some had while dreaming. For hundreds of years, many believed sleep paralysis to be a visitation by a malevolent creature which attacked its victims as they slept. The first clinical description of sleep paralysis was published in 1664
Jesus.
in a Dutch physician named Isbrand van Diemerbroek's Case Histories, where it was referred to as the incubus or the nightmare. And actually, nightmare, but when we use it now, that word, we're wrong. Like, we're using it incorrectly. Because nightmare was used to basically refer to sleep paralysis. Because night, of course, is night. And then mare was taken from, like, a different way to spell. It was like mirror, almost.
Oh, okay.
And it means, like a demon, basically the incubus.
Yeah.
So, like, it was describing, like, the night demon.
So nightmare is just...
But we started using it to describe...
bad dreams,
But he wrote, in the nighttime, when she was composing herself to sleep, sometimes she believed the devil lay upon her and held her down. Sometimes that she was choked by a great dog or thief lying upon her breast, so that she could hardly speak or breathe. And when she endeavored to throw off the burden, she was not able to stir her members. Those are her hands and arms, I think, and not. And while she was in that strife, sometimes with great difficulty she awoke of herself. Sometimes her husband hearing her make a doleful and articulate voice. So yeah, the lady back in the 1600s was living with sleep paralysis. Since 1977, more than 100 people from various Southeast Asian ethnic groups have died mysteriously in their sleep. The community most severely affected was immigrant Laotian men. These men were in relatively good health. Medium age of them was about 33, and they were dying at a rate of 92 out of 100,000 from sudden, unexplained nocturnal death syndrome, or SUNS. Since the discovery of the high prevalence of SUNS among this group, one study observed a link between sleep paralysis, a belief in a nightmare spirit called a dab sog, which sits on their chest and takes their breath, and stress as possible catalyst for these deaths.
I could see you having a heart attack in your sleep or something.
Yeah, so it was a weird
from a dream, from like something just so
very,
vivid.
very vivid. Yeah. One intriguing explanation attributed the deaths to the nightmare. It was postulated that the nightmare is not a bad dream, but rather, in traditional terms, an actual nocturnal visit from an evil being that threatens to press the very life out of its victim. The most famous representation of this phenomena was the 1781 painting The Nightmare by Swiss artist Henry Fuseli. In the painting, a young woman lies limply sprawled across her bed as the incubus incubus squats on her stomach, staring out of the viewer. The painting is literally the clinical presentation of sleep paralysis. And I think a lot of people have probably seen this painting. And they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But it is like exactly.
You'll have to show me after the.
Yeah, I will.
By sitting on my chest.
I'll reenact it for you. You need to be sprawled out limply across the bed.
Limply. Good luck with that. I was going to say, I don't get visited by a nocturnal demon, but I do get visited by a cockturnal demon.
Hey,
Something's paralyzed in the morning.
That's got to be a demon.
Yeah. With a capital D.
Oh, Jesus. Formerly, the nightmare referred primarily to episodes of terror with no sexual content, while the succubus involved sexual content.
All right.
At some point, both terms became synonymous and are used interchangeably. The myths of creatures visiting the night span both cultures and time. In the Canadian province of Newfoundland, the nightmare is referred to as the Old Hag, while on the Caribbean island of St. Lucia, the creature is called the Kokma. So, there you go.
Kokma.
That's what you're talking about. You're talking about the Kokma.
Yeah.
In this respect, the creature is very much the traditional description of the succubus. It's the spirit of a dead, unbaptized baby,
Cool.
which attacks people in their beds and cuts off their respiration by jumping on their chest. So, cool little guy.
That's why you shouldn't have babies till you're ready.
That's right.
I
The succubus is descended from the ancient figure of Lilith. The earliest reference to Lilith is found in the Sumerian king list of 2400 BC. This list refers to the father as the Sumerian hero king Gilgamesh. A lot of weird things going on with sleep paralysis and the demons.
Yeah.
This is the stuff we used to.
That's why they used to like drill holes in people's heads.
Yeah,
Like, let the demons out.
It's got to be the demon. Gilgamesh.
Like there's holes in their head.
Gilgamesh was the child of a demon, and where am I at here? Hold on, lost my place. So yeah, throughout time, we've came up with crazy explanations at all different points, and I think now aliens is what we're kind of on. In Newfoundland, the victims of the attacks would tell of an old hag that would visit in the night and terrify them. She was actually one of the most commonly reported visitors by locals, and often described as a set of eyes in the dark, bringing with her a sense of pure evil. Elder Inuits believe that your soul is vulnerable during sleep, and shamans or malevolent spirits attack you during the night. Younger Inuits have started to explain the events using scientific discoveries about sleep patterns and paralysis. So there are two drastically different explanations coexisting at the same time, which is pretty par for the course when it comes to the thought processes of humans. And in the U.S., our story is basically we get abducted by aliens, or we see ghosts or demons. Alien abduction is an extremely common explanation for some point. Quote: I think it can explain claims of witchcraft and alien abduction, said Kazuhiko Fukuda, a psychologist at Fukushima University in Japan, and a leading expert on sleep paralysis. Research in Japan has had a head start because sleep paralysis is well known to most Japanese, who call it a kanashibari, while it is little known and less studied over here in America.
No sleep.
He said, Professor Fukuda says that we have a framework for it here, but in North America there's no concept for people to understand what has happened to them. So if Americans have the experience, and if they have heard of alien abductions, they think, I must have been abducted by an alien. Let me see. So while it's pretty likely that sleep paralysis is not caused by demons or aliens, after many years of study, particularly in the last decade...
But we can't rule it out.
Can't rule it out.
Okay.
It still remains mysterious. Experts have trouble even saying definitively whether a person is asleep or awake during sleep paralysis, because you feel like you're awake.
Yeah.
And then I've had them... sometimes I've actually woke up, like... I go from like feeling like I'm awake to just being awake.
Yeah.
Other times I feel like I'm awake, and then I know I like go back to sleep, and then I wake up. So like it just varies. So I really don't know if I wake up or if I don't.
What part? Yeah. Whenever I first got with my ex and we first started like sleeping together, like I would wake up a lot. Like in my dreams, like I was convinced that she was like rolling off the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just like have her like, and she would. I'd just wake up to like, Joel, babe, like let go. I'm not gonna roll out the bed. I was like, are you sure? I don't know if that's sleep paralysis or not.
The wall first.
Yeah, but it felt real, you know. Like my body like responded to that. Like I wasn't just like worried about. Like I was like physically latched on and stuff.
So that's almost more of a form of sleepwalking.
Yeah,
almost like not walking the part, but like to where you're like physically acting out what you're thinking about. So what's going on in the brain during sleep paralysis remains unclear. The person experiencing the paralysis certainly feels completely awake and sees the room clearly, but laboratory experiments in Japan show that sometimes people experiencing sleep paralysis don't even open their eyes. But that means sometimes they do. So at the University of Toronto, neuroscientists...
That'd be weird to see someone fucking open their eyes while they're sleeping, though.
And they just lay there? Yeah.
Have
you ever watched the movie, what the fuck's it even called? Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
Like, the part that freaked me out about that movie more than absolutely anything else was where she just goes and just stands by the bed.
Yeah.
And just looks down at him. I have no idea why, but that freaked me out.
When you're most vulnerable.
It was just so, like, I wasn't dating anyone, but I was, like, seeing someone, sort of. And I remember, like, after that, I had so much trouble falling asleep because all I could think about was, like, them getting up and... I was like, it's the creepiest fucking thing.
I mean, you can, like, watch someone, like, you know, walk around in a dark house or something, but, like, you know, even if you put yourself in that position, like, you're still awake, you still have some of your senses, but, like, you're asleep. That's just it. Like, you're fucking...
Yeah,
they're getting a couple stabs in before you even know what's happening.
I've never been in a really long relationship, but, like...
Don't.
I just feel like... I think about it all the time where I'm just like, you're just basically, like, going dead for somebody for a while, and they can do, like... it freaks me out.
Luckily, all I did was grab onto her. What if I had, like, other dreams where, like, I dreamed she was attacking me or something, and...
Well, I know
that happens to people. I mean,
dude, I used to work for, because he had all sorts of issues, but he used to, on a not regular but semi-regular basis, like his wife would wake up to him like punching her.
Oh my gosh!
Like he was still asleep. He'd just be like throwing his fist out, and, like she would like, or like kicking her.
I think it's time to get separate bedrooms.
I think they changed. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got on the science side of it.
Cool. I'll just have bad nightmares tonight, or not nightmares, just bad dreams.
Yeah, so there is a thing where if you talk about it, it's like you're like if you like what we're doing now. There's a chance that your brain will like
latches onto
do that tonight. Yeah. Like people will talk about how like if they've heard about this or learn about it within like a few days they have some sort of experience.
Cool.
There's a movie on Netflix. It's like a documentary called, I think it's called The Nightmare, but it's about sleep paralysis. I tried, it's just a bunch of different people telling their stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's one of those things I find very interesting.
I think Mike Birbiglia is the comedian that talks about like when he has it so bad that like he has to like if he's at a hotel he has to be on the first floor because he's jumped out of windows. Yeah,
he sleepwalks.
Yeah, he's like jumped out of windows and like that really crazy stuff.
Yeah, he has that what's the special called Sleepwalk with Me.
Sleepwalk with Me. Yep.
Yeah, that's really nuts.
That's an active brain, man.
Yeah,
or body or what. I don't.
Yeah, I've never had that issue like where I get up and do something without knowing it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have extremely vivid dreams, like where I mean it's happening. Like, yeah. So
I've had those. I get up and I don't sleepwalk, but I cut the sleeves off all my shirts.
And then in the morning you just start laying in a
pile of sleeves cover me, and I just cry.
But you use them to cry into.
Someone checks on me. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone."
You did that joke the other day.
Huh?
I hope you have sleep paralysis now.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I felt like because I had the experience I talked about happened like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
So, but I've also been like super stressed out
Sure.
with work. So
Maybe I smoke too much to really get too vivid as shit.
I do. I
heard if you quit smoking, it really fucks like your dreams go crazy.
You'll get some fucked up dreams for.
Yeah.
Usually, if I go like a week without it, like my dreams kick back in. So between Ambien though and like smoking, it usually.
My dreams are mostly depressive, so I don't know what you call that.
I find it weird that people are like. I shouldn't say weird because I don't mean it in like any.
Are there good dreams? Is that a real thing?
I just think,
like honestly, have you ever had like a good dream?
Yeah, I have. Because those are the worst.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then you wake up and
you're like, that's not happening.
Yeah,
I guess I do have a good
those
dream.
Are the worst.
Yeah,
I would much rather have shitty dreams where I wake up and go, oh yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I mean, you have the dreams that just feel so fucking real. And you wake up and you're like, nope, this is still it.
I will never forget. I don't know why this has stuck with me forever. Since I was a little kid, so it had to be whatever age like Nintendo would have been.
Yeah.
It's like the early 80s, you know. I remember waking up one morning, or I remember dreaming that I woke up and I went in the living room and we had this like weird like coffee table type thing in the living room. And it was like closed in on all sides, and then each side had like a cabinet you could open.
Yeah.
And I remember having this dream where I woke up that morning and went into that cabinet, and my mom was like, "Hey, open that up. I think there's something in there for you." And, and it was every Nintendo game.
Oh!
And I remember waking up that morning.
Oh no!
And like running to that thing and opening it.
Don't finish the story. There was nothing.
That has stuck with me. Yeah, I have those dreams.
My life has been one big empty cabinet ever since.
Yeah, I have those dreams where I
dream
something really, really, really good, and then like you just feel so like you're living in that, and you're existing. Then you wake up and you're like,
let me go back to it.
Just get back.
Let me go back. Nope, never works. So
NyQuil will help you with some weird dream stuff.
I got some NyQuil.
Yeah.
I've never done an Ambien.
It's fun, I think.
It's fun.
I don't. My dreams don't. Like the bad dreams or whatever. They don't like emotionally affect me.
Yeah. Like
I wake up and I'm like, "Wow, it was a dream." So like I don't carry. But I know people that do.
Yeah.
And I think those people, Ambien, probably.
I carry that shit.
The best.
Yeah.
Because Ambien will give you fucked up dreams sometimes.
Yeah, fucked up would be good.
But I mean, like
in a fun way. I want to.
Ambien, I think will give you like the bad, like.
Okay.
If that's what you're current.
I just want to dream where like maybe I fight like Nazi vampires or something. You know.
Yeah, I love I have a lot of weird fucking like action movie type dreams.
I don't have those.
But then I have like sad, depressing. But then the brain, it's weird, and we just shut ourselves down.
We're just giant meat machines.
Yeah, sleep is weird.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next episode with a story of UFOs or murder or something. But I just
I'll just repeat what you're saying.
I just wanted to take a break from that and just talk about some random subject.
I know what the fuck was happening at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I could tell.
It's just like, is this what?
Were you like?
Am I about to die? I didn't know.
Were you thinking?
You're on drugs or something?
Right. Like,
yeah.
What, yeah. You think I was just like? You completely lost it?
Yeah, you done flipped your lid, kid.
Yeah, it was that was my memoir. That was the best night of my life.
Yeah, that fire sounded nice.
That weird shape.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. It lowered itself onto you.
Yeah.
And you just woke up covered in splooge.
Yeah, I did.
Come dumpster.
Come with me to the cum dumpster.
Cum dumpster. What if there was a cum dumpster, like had a porn shop, you know? Where like you had to like scrub it, you know how like they have the booths or whatever.
Sure.
And someone's like, well, go empty that mop out into the cum dumpster, and then you can go home.
Who empties the cum dumpster?
I don't know. Oh, somebody's mom.
Like the garbage service would still have to take it. It doesn't matter what you put in the dumpster.
That's like the new guy's job, you know. You're on cum dumpster duty.
Let's quit.
Oh, that's the last word we ever spoke. Come, dumpster.
I need to find a job soon, but I'm gonna pass on that job.
You don't want to.
I don't want to be the cum dumpster guy.
You guys know Josh? Oh, the cum dumpster guy? He's all right.
The cumster?
Don't shake his hand.
They call me the cumster.
Oh, God.
All right. We'll be back with episode 31 here in a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe
you know
2
how we
weeks,
do.
yeah.
We'll be back.
You know how we do.
Until then, everybody like, subscribe.
Tell us about your dreams.
Yeah, that'd
Go
be
on
cool.
there, yeah. If you have good, bad dreams or whatever.
Yeah, actually,
That'd be cool.
hit us up with a message on our Facebook, and you can either type it out or we can figure out a way for you to send me audio. And if we get any audio, like, we'll play it.
Yeah.
If you want us to, yeah, but that'd be cool. We want to hear about your weird dreams and weird sleep things. Do you have sleep paralysis? Do you sleepwalk? Any out of body experiences? Let us know in the comments. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. And until next time, good dreams, everybody.
Goodbye.
Sweet dreams.
Yep. See you at the cum dumpster.
Dumpster.